We hear a lot of stories that even within families, when they're having dinner or having lunch, everyone is either using their phone or playing on the computer. We hear a lot of stories like that. That is why, in fact, I think there was a big push for the return or revival of good manners and right conduct, especially in the primary years of basic education.
Okay. Now, go ahead.
Yes, because as we all know, we hear a lot of stories about millennials or Gen Z. They say that it's a different, they're very different from their parents in the sense that because of social media, they get to compare themselves, their lives with a lot of people, and it brings about depression, sometimes to an extreme. That's why really I think the call for the return or revival of good manners and right conduct is timely, because here we are going to be able again to remind and to teach our Filipino children during their formative years what are, respect for oneself, respect for others, that every person has dignity. I think sometimes I was talking to an NGO and they were telling me that they did pilot classes on GMRC a couple of years ago, and they were surprised with the results of that pilot exam, because our grade 1 students or grade 2 students then, in fact, equated dignity with success. And I think that's wrong. Because it has nothing to do with success. I mean, dignity is really,
self-respect.
The way you look at yourself and to value yourself. And that's why, the moment Congress began, we really gave a big impetus to passing this GMRC. Of course, Sito, DepEd would say that right now, they already have that. They have this subject called ESP.
Which is?
Edukasyon sa pagpapakatao.
Okay.
That is the meaning of ESP. But then, even by the title of the subject itself, I mean, it proves difficult even to understand what do they mean by ESP.
Yeah, because, I mean, sa pagpapakatao, magpakatao ka. Be human.
Yes.
That is not, that is not equivalent to having good manners and right conduct. Being human, being humane, or being, acting like a human being, does not necessarily mean you have good manners and right conduct.
That's correct.
Yeah.
In addition, Sito, I think the way it is, the way the class is conducted, it's more theoretical. I mean, it's definitions of what do we mean by values. In this bill that we passed on third reading, what we specified was that we should also be, in addition to theoretical, it has to be actual and situational. Meaning that really we want the students, our grade 1 to 3 students, to be able to practice actually those concepts in class, which they will be taught, which belongs to good manners and right conduct. If it's all theoretical, if it's all definitions, chances are at that particular hour or 40 minutes, they will learn that. But unless it's actual and situational, the way it's done in a way that they can actually see for themselves how things are done, how good manners, right conduct is done, then it would be difficult to imbibe this with our youth, and that's what we wanted.